In this video, we will see how to enter a sale of a principal residence in UFile. The first way and the quickest way of adding the required section for the sale of the principal residence is by going to the CRA questions section in the left-hand menu. You have several questions that are required to be answered within your file within the CRA questions section. At the fourth question, the program is going to ask you whether you have sold a principal residence in the year. Choose yes to this option. Answer all other required questions within this page, and then click Next at the bottom of the page. You will notice that a new section will appear on the left-hand menu called Capital Gains or Losses and Able. Another way of getting this particular section is by going to the Interview Setup page, and on the page to the right, scrolling down and ticking the box next to Capital Gains or Losses and Capital Gain History. Click Next at the bottom of this page. Now go to the relevant section in the left-hand menu, which was mentioned before. Capital Gains or Losses and Able. On the page to the right, you can enter the sale within two sections. Either real estate, depreciable property, and other properties, or personal use property, including the principal residence. For the purpose of our example, we will use the second option, personal use property. Click on the plus sign next to that section, and now start entering the information of the sale of the principal residence. Once all the required information has been entered, for example, the date of acquisition, the date of disposition, the proceeds of disposition, the original cost or adjusted cost base, and the expenses incurred in making the disposition, for example, commissions paid for the sale. Now go to the principal residence section below, and at the question, designation of the property as a principal residence, choose yes. Once you have entered the address of the property, in the designation section, indicate the taxation years you are designating the property as a principal residence. Remember that the principal residence designation is in fact an election. You are not required to designate all the years that you owned your property as a principal residence. However, if you do not designate all the years that you owned your property as a principal residence, then you will have a partial capital gain to declare on your tax return. A link with all the relevant rules that pertain to the principal residence designation will be located in the description of this video. For our example, we will designate all the years as a principal residence. So enter the relevant years within the relevant boxes. Once you've indicated the years, click Next at the bottom of the page. Now UFile will generate the required form for the principal residence designation, which is the T2091 within the tax return screen. By designating all the years that you've owned the property as a principal residence, your capital gain is fully exempt. The required tick mark will also be made on page 2 of Schedule 3, indicating to the CRA that you have designated the property for all the years that you've owned it as a principal residence. Even if there is no taxable capital gain to declare for this example, you are still required to produce Schedules 3 and the T2091 forms with your tax return. These forms are transmitted to the CRA electronically via NetFile. If you do not produce these forms with your tax return, and you file these forms late to the CRA, in other words, beyond the April 30th deadline, the CRA can impose penalties on you for late designation of a principal residence. Thank you for using UFile.